Hey everybody, this is Doug with Artfully Rogue. Now I don't often do sponsorship videos unless it's a product that I feel I could use here in the shop. This is a laser engraver. It is the LokLik iEngrave, and I have never used a laser engraver before, so this is going to be really the first time I've ever kind of laid my eyes on something like this. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox it, we're going to take out all the pieces, we're going to see how easy it is to install, and then we're going to run some tests. Now, I'll be really honest with you. I have actually been on YouTube for a little bit with the anticipation of this tool arriving, just to see what software I need to learn, what's the process, and basically how to use a laser engraver. So when you look inside the box at the very first opening, it looks just very neat and clean. I guess you have your little welcome letter here. We'll have to open up and see what that's all about. Now, apparently all your pieces, or most of your pieces, are going to be labeled. So we're going to take all of these pieces out of the box, and we're going to lay them off here to the side. And then we'll figure out how to actually install this. Now I feel something in here. Okay, so all right, so you have this piece. I'm going to keep this sticker here, and I'm assuming this is also the same thing. I like the fact that it actually has the contoured foam, so it's not all just kind of laying in here haphazardly. And because I like to recycle or reuse, I'll use this foam for other type of shipping things. All right, now this foam looks like it's attached. This might be the entire unit now. So I'm going to pan back, and then I'm going to actually cut the box open, because maybe this is the entire unit that I don't want to really pull out because I'm not sure what I'm pulling on. All right, let's see what I need to do to actually cut into this box. Now it's very possible that you would be able to just lift this out, but I want to kind of take it nice and slow because I don't want to damage anything that could be in here. Just turn this around to get to the other side. Now I've had a 3D printer before, and that was kind of cool. Unfortunately, having a 3D printer in a metal shop, it didn't stay very clean, and I found that I was cleaning the table for the 3D printer a lot more than I was actually using it. Now my shop is a little bit bigger, and I can set an isolated space up specifically for the engraver, which I think would be important to do. All right. I'm afraid, okay, well, it looks like we have a fan exhaust unit, so I guess I didn't have to take the box apart like that, but there we go, 4 pieces. I'm sure there's something heavier in here. I'm gonna zoom back in so you can see a close-up, since we're not having to pull a big unit out just yet. So I would imagine that because it is a laser engraver, that there is some pretty delicate parts in here. And so I really like the way it's packed. I mean, it's all contoured foam for each piece. You get a whole bunch of these little packages. I'll get into the detail of these in just a moment.
this piece out. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So now the machine is inside here, and I think I'm going to need to cut this away. Or maybe I can pull it out. I don't know. It's on a hinge. There we go. So this is the big tray. And be careful, because inside the box you have spare parts that have fallen out of something. Maybe they were in something, or maybe they came loose. I don't know, but we're going to find out where they go here in just a second.
LokLik iEngrave base unit, power adapter, laser module, double open-end wrench, USB cable, safety goggles, TF and card reader, hex wrenches, wooden boards, Wi-Fi module, wooden brush, safety keys, left and right side panels, top panel front, back panel, front panel, top panel back, angle brackets, U-shaped connector bars, hinges with hardware, cable clips, cable ties, M4 screws, fan and light bar power adapter, LED light bar, handle, hose clamps, ventilation duct, leg extensions, leg extension pads, spare parts, LokLik documents, introduction card, machine warranty, QR codes and precautions, parts list, and of course, the mystery screws. Okay, so those all the pieces that come in the box. I believe I found where the mystery screws have come from. When I went to lift the base, it wanted to come up on one side, and as I looked underneath, there's a thumb screw identical to the ones that were found in the foam when I opened, so I believe they came out of this frame. Possibly during travel, they came out, and that's why they were loose in the bottom of the foam. So I'm going to put those in first, and then we're going to go ahead and assemble the entire thing. All right, so one of the first things you need to do is remove the brackets that hold the gantry to the frame. These brackets are here simply for travel, and you won't need them again. But they're solid brackets, so maybe save them for something else. They're going to have two brackets on each side. Next, you want to attach the Wi-Fi module. Looking at the front of the machine, that connection will be on the left side. Now, attach the laser module. You're going to slide it into the groove, and then you have a set screw on the right-hand side. Just lock that into place. I moved the gantry forward so you can see the cable, and then you can attach that to the top of the laser module. These are actually the leg extensions. You have 8 different leg extensions. So if you need to lift the cover or lift the base higher than just these 2 inches, you can do so. I've attached the leg extension pads, and I've attached all the legs. Now you want to dress the cable inside the tray. I found it was easier to take these cable clips that were provided, and you want to peel off the back. There's an adhesive backing on the cable clips. Now if you move the gantry forward as far as it can go, and then you can see where you might need to put that cable clip. You don't want to restrict the cable if it needs to move back and forth with the gantry. Take your cable clip and press that into the side of the tray. Next, take one of the cable ties, run it through the cable clip, and you want to make sure that you secure your cable with the cable tie to the cable clip. Next, push the gantry to about the middle of the tray. We're going to mount the brackets that will hold the side panels. You're going to take the M4 screws, make sure your bracket is facing outwards, and you're going to do 4 of these in each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we want to install the side panel. Take the M4 screws, and you're going to attach the side panel with the rubber grommet on the side with the Wi-Fi module. Flip it to the opposite side. You're going to do the exact same thing with the other panel. Take 2 M4 screws and attach. Now we're going to do the back panel.
make sure the fan is facing the interior and the cable for the fan is up. Use 4 M4 screws to attach the back panel to the 2 side panels. Next, you want to take one of the U-shaped bar connectors and you want to place that at the top of the back panel. You're going to attach the back panel to the U-shaped connector with 4 of the M4 screws. If you have a carpet knife, you want to cut that rubber grommet on the side panel so that you can take the cable from the fan and actually push that through the rubber grommet. Next, we're going to secure the wiring from the fan with a cable clip and a cable tie. I'm putting 1 cable clip on the back panel to secure the wires from the fan. You don't have to be tight with these wires. You just want to keep them up and out of the way. Now I'm going to take another cable clip and I'm going to put one on the inside of the side panel. Just to clean up the cable ties, I'm clipping off the ends that aren't being used. Next, you want to connect the cable to the safety limit switch. The safety limit switch is a precautionary method so that if your machine is running and you lift that lid, it will automatically turn off the machine. You'll see right there in the corner 2 little plugs that you can plug together, and you're going to do that on both sides. Next, we're going to take the handle and we're going to attach that to the front panel. You want to take 2 of the M4 screws, run it through the back side of your panel and into the handle. We want to take the second U-shaped connector and we want to put that across the front panel and attach it the same way that we actually did the back panel. Take 4 M4 screws, go through the front of the panel and into the U-shaped connector. Once you've done that, simply place the front panel into position. Next, we want to install the top back panel. Now before you do that, it's easier to install your LED light bar. If you lay the panel facing down, you'll see a rubber section on the panel. Lay your light bar across that. You want to make sure with your light bar that when you place it onto the top that the cable is on the side of the rubber grommet, because you're going to run that light bar cable through the rubber grommet. Again, it doesn't have to be tight, you just want to keep it out of the way of the machine inside. Next, I want to secure the top panel using the M4 screws. Alright, so once you have secured the top back panel, you want to add the hinges to that top back panel. You'll take the hinge hardware and mount the hinge in the 2 holes near the center of the frame. Take your top panel front, make sure the rubber is facing the center, and lay it into place. You want to make sure that you secure your hinges to that top front panel. Once you've secured the hinges, you want to move towards the front of the machine and connect the top front panel to the U-shaped connector that is currently connected to the front panel. Next, let's go ahead and add the air duct. Open up the duct so you can slide it over the mounting plate of the back panel. Once you have that securely on the mounting bracket, move the hose clamp up onto the mounting bracket. Just turn that thumb screw until it's nice and tight. Next, you want to take the light bar and fan power adapter and you want to connect those 2 pieces. Now you're ready to plug in the power adapter. Connect the cord to the actual adapter and then you want to plug that into the side of the machine where it says DC 24 volt.
All right, that's it. The LokLik iEngrave is now assembled. That's it. Pretty simple. Now all we have to do is turn it on and give it a try. Once you've downloaded the app from your favorite app store, you want to open the app on your phone. Make sure that you're next to the machine when you try to connect it to the app. You want to start by disengaging the emergency switch. Turn on the key and then turn on the machine. Once you hear that beep, you're ready to connect the machine to the app. You want to do so by going to the top right corner where the plus sign allows you to open this window. You're going to see 4 machines on here and you want to go to the LokLik iEngraver. Now you're going to follow the instructions here to go ahead and connect your machine to the app. Connect the laser engraver
And it's going to ask that it needs to use your location. Say go while using the app, and then it's going to find your machine. Now, if you can't find your machine, then you want to go back to the app and use Find IP, and it's going to search for your device. Once it finds it, it'll show it here in the window, and there's a little chain link. Click that chain link, and now you're connected. You can open the device, and you can manage your files and update the firmware here. Now I'm going to show you how to connect to your computer.
Before connecting your computer to the iEngrave, you have to select a laser engraver software. Now in the LokLik iEngrave tutorial, it suggests using Lightburn or LaserGurble. Now for this video, I chose to use LaserGurble because it's a free software.
Connect your cable to the iEngrave, then connect it to your computer. Release the emergency switch, turn on the key, and turn on the power button. And now open LaserGurble or your laser software and connect the machine. Once the machine is connected, now you can import a file. Open File, go to a folder where your file is located, and I'm going to choose a PNG file that I created specifically for the iEngrave. Now the PNG file is going to allow me to engrave. Once that's imported, this is where you're going to choose some of your parameters. Now I'm going to go with line-by-line tracing. Now this is where you set your speed, your dynamic power, and your power for the engraver. You'll also set your size here. Once this is dialed in, then you want to press the button that marks Create. No, not that one. The other one. Yeah, that one. Okay, now this is the part that's going to be engraved. Now I also want to use the cut feature, so I'm going to append the file, and I'm going to go to an SVG file that will allow me to import the cut file. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put in the speed, dynamic power, and then also the power of the machine and create. Now I actually have my cut file and my engrave file. All I need to do now is press the go button. Now this is definitely sped up so I can get through the video quicker, but you can see that the engrave and the cut looks really clean, drops right out. Not bad for my first laser engraving.
Okay, so there you have it, the iEngrave. Now I know that last little part went very quick. This really was more about the unboxing and the assembly of the product. And I wanted to kind of quickly walk you through the process of getting something engraved. I'll probably do another video on this channel with regards to the software and actually doing more engraving and cutting. So look forward to that video. Now, there's a lot more information that you can find out on their website, which you can see down in my description. Also, you want to get the most up-to-date discount code, and that will also be down in the description. So one of the things that I want to point out as a first-time user of a laser engraver, I was really impressed by the speed. Like reading through the paperwork, it goes about 500 millimeters per second, which that's pretty freaking fast. It also helps the fact that you have a laser that is a 10-watt laser. Now I know that there are various ranges, but apparently this laser really kind of improves the efficiency by about 40%. I also like the fact that it has a cover. I know that you need to wear the goggles with regards to safety, but I've seen other laser engravers that don't also have a cover. So if it kind of slips your mind to wear the goggles, you know that at least you're protected by the cover. Another great safety feature is when you lift that door, that's it, the laser stops. So I like the fact that it has limit switches, things of that nature. Now, one of the things that kind of caught my eye about the iEngrave is that it says that it's compatible with over 300 materials. I've only used 2 so far. There are so many more things that I can try to do. So if there is any more information about this machine, it's going to be down in the description. The current discount code will actually be down in the description. So please look at the description to make sure that you get all the information you need about the iEngrave. Check it out. This is a very cool machine. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I will be doing another video specifically regarding the software and actually laser engraving and printing and setting the parameters and getting all technical. I'll get that video out to you as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. We're going to start to add all kinds of fun things on the channel with regards to engraving and welding and whatever else comes up here. So we'll see you in the next video.